Yo, what's going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for the OPTC video, and in today's video we have a new Grand Voyage for Nanohana to Rainbase at the end of the 11th anniversary. And in today's video we're diving into the level 5 quest to take down this particular Grand Voyage. And to take this one down, you need to take on Smoker with a full Dex team that includes a full shooter lineup and Ace in the crew, as well as beating it in 9 turns and having a 490 cost or less. So the team that I actually used to complete this looks a little bit like this. We are using the Kizaru as our captain, and we are using a Rush Ace as a friend captain. As for investments here, the real big one that you really need is Sabo at level limit break 5. The Sabo at level limit break 5 is going to remove the attack down on stage 2, and he's also a part of the Ace Rush and the Ace EX, which is very, very important. Besides that, you don't really need too many investments on the rest of the characters. Level 5 final tap on Ace Yamato is definitely going to help on the final stage. As the final stage, they get a Wano orb with their final tap on level 5. So, like, look, this character's been around for so goddamn long that I'm sure that lots of endgame players are going to have this character at final tap level 5, but I don't know if that's going to be like super needed for the amount of damage if you get very lucky with a particular orb on the second turn on the final stage. We have Rob Lucci, the 6+ on this particular team. He is level in break 5 for me, but I don't know if his level in break 5 is actually essential. He essentially just needs to remove defense. And for what I remember, even just with his regular 6-star, he completely removes defense up. So the fact that he can just remove it and give you just better stats at level in break 5 and 6+, I feel like he's going to be fine, but he is a deck shooter when he becomes 6+, so you're going to need to at least super evolve him, but level in break 5 might not be needed. Character that pretty much has to come is Treasure Map Frankie. He is obviously a Treasure Map legend, which kind of sucks, but look, he's been on a lot of banners recently. God knows I've pulled so many of this guy, having level in break 5, so lots and lots of Frankies, but his captain ability is very, very useful because he makes your crew immune to blow away, and as long as you put him in the bottom left hand corner well, you basically have to, because you actually get captain swapped to that bottom left-hand spot. Finally, we have the new Super Sugo Fest Kizaru on the team. Look, this particular team, this is my first sort of run of it. As the floodgates start to open, we might find some easy ways to beat this. And honestly, I wanted to try and get this done without utilizing 6+ level in break 5 Ace, that leveling up the striker ship and stuff like that. But the reason Kizaru works so well here is because he can remove Special Bind with his captain ability, and then Rush Ace can remove the special reverse with his captain ability. I do have a level 12 ship, being the Whale Shark, to remove 1 turn of paralysis. However, you don't actually need this EZO support on Kizaru. So if you guys have PvP Akainu, you can actually use PvP Akainu as a paralysis remover, and then use a different ship if need be. But you are going to need that 1 extra turn of paralysis for that particular stage. As you can see, we have the Nami support for 1 turn of paralysis. We have Morley, and we have what's his name? And Kaku for some attack down removal. And then I have I can't remember this guy's name. He basically was the character that's going to help us remove stun on the final stage. His name is Tempura, so he's going to remove the stun for us on the final stage because it's a whole bunch of other stuff. But that's enough about the team. Hopefully you guys helps you guys out. If it does, put the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. And with that said, let's dive in to the new Grand Voyage. Alright, so as I mentioned, this is the team that I actually used. Remember, you don't actually need Fujitora. I did have Fujitora there because it's like 100 damage reduction on the final stage. But turns out, Frankie's a bit weird in the sense that if he becomes captain and then goes back to being a sub, you actually get his Sailor twice, which is very, very interesting. And utilizing his special on the final stage can actually remove damage reduction as well, which is super, super nice. Now, on the first turn, you come up against Bon Clay, who gives you a full body Dex orbs. You get special one on your Sailor characters. Your middle row gets special reversed, and then you get locked onto a very annoying lackey in the top left-hand corner there. You also take 3 turns of attack down, and you have 5 turns of defense up, and they're immune to everything but they're immune to everything except for delay. So these guys have a shit ton of HP. Like they have so much goddamn HP that it's absolutely ridiculous. Utilizing Lucci's special here, he's going to give us a 3-turn orb boost thanks to Ace as our captain. He removes the defense up. We can swap with Ace Yamato, use their special for an attack boost, chain boundary, and a conditional boost against the burn that they give. And then we're going to wrap it up with the Kizaru special to give 6 turns of cooldown to our middle row. It's just going to help us out with a little bit of damage on this turn and the next turn. Not overly essential to use that now, but you are going to need it for before turn 4, and you want to have Kizaru back later in the fight, so look, you may as well use it turn 1, that way you get the most amount of cooldowns ready for the character. My Kizaru is not level limit break expanded either, so just be very mindful of that. On turn 2, you come up against 2 Marine Lackeys. Now, they give you a damage limiter, which is very annoying. They give you slot 1 on your top row, and they're immune to everything except defense down. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to use the Sabo special. You also get a bunch of attack down on this particular stage, so that's why Sabo works so well. And the damage limiter is very annoying because you can't actually kill the left unit. You can kill the right one with the burn from Sabo, but you can't actually kill the left one, and he puts up damage nullification, which is very annoying. So as you can see, I actually split my damage between the 2 characters, so then when he puts up the damage nullification, I can remove it with the Friend Captain Ace special. But before that, we want to use the EX of Kizaru. That's going to give us an overrideable orb buff, and the reason we want to do this is so that it becomes a 2-turn orb buff, not a 3-turn orb buff, which is actually, we don't actually want it to be 3 turns, because we don't want to carry it into this stage here, because we're going to use the Lucci special again, which is going to give us a 3-turn orb boost here. On this stage, you get Captain's top to your bottom left, you get a full bot of block orbs, the enemy has defense up and 1 turn of damage reduction. And they also give you paralysis on the 2 characters on the left, which are the 2 characters that stereotypically wouldn't get blown away. So that's where the ship special and the Nami support come into play. You can remove the paralysis there. You get a little bit of cooldown for your Ace and Yamato as well, which is very handy, because then with the Frankie special, you get the Ace Yamato special back. You can use the Ace Yamato special, which is going to give 2 turns of cooldown to your Kizaru down the bottom there, which is going to have him ready to go again by turn 4. As you can see here, we have so much goddamn damage that you realistically don't even need to swap with Ace Yamato on that particular stage for an orb. I stopped using a swap earlier in the fight, so I made sure I had a Dex unit here, but look, the damage was so much that I didn't even need it. Moving on to the next fight against Smoker and Luffy. Luffy has a barrier for 56 hits, and then they remove your potential abilities by 10 turns. This essentially just allows you to not kill Luffy. And then Smoker in the back, he does a bunch of nasty things if you use an attack boost and stuff like that. He also has an intimidation for an attack boost, orb boost, and color affinity, and makes every orb that isn't like a generic type orb just hit a lot less, except for Dex. Dex is going to hit a lot lower too, which is annoying because we are running a Dex team. But as you can see, once again, with the carryover of the orb boost, the carryover color affinity, and the Kizaru special, we have plenty of damage to take out poor old Smoker in the back there, which is really nice. Moving on to the final stage, come up against Smoker and Toshigi. We carry over the territory, and when you kill Smoker, Luffy gives you a color affinity and an orb buff that you can carry into the next turn, which is super handy. There's 1 turn of damage reduction here, you get stunned on your left-hand side, and then there is a damage limiter once again. You also get like a full bot of either quick or strength orbs, which is super frustrating, but it is what it is. As you guys can see there, we got the Frankie special back, thanks to the Kizaru special once again. Frankie can remove the damage reduction, he gives you tap timing. There is no normal attacks only in this quest, so tap timing is actually very handy. Toshigi has a Rainbow Orb barrier, and then both Toshigi and Smoker have resilience. So you realistically just need to have a burn-based mechanic here to kill the Toshigi, because obviously you can't remove that barrier and use like end-of-turn damage, which is very annoying. But utilizing the switch ability of Ace and Yamato allows you to get a burn every single turn. As you can see with the rush of Ace, because he's not like getting an orb, he's just hitting really hard because he's rush level 5. And even with slot 1, you can just kill Toshigi. The burn's going to take over. Toshigi puts up 10 turns of defense up, which, look, you can remove with Lucci anyway, but it doesn't really matter because, like, you have plenty of damage there. Once you kill Toshigi, you can then just use everyone else's special that you basically have ready to go once again. You're going to get Sabo's special back. You're going to have Lucci special ready to go, which is going to give a base attack boost, an orb buff. You have chain boost. Swap with Ace and Yamato, so that way you get the burn once again. And as you guys will see here, like, you actually have so much damage. Lucci hits ridiculously hard, so if you guys don't have final tap level 5 Ace Yamato, you could probably kill with Lucci there depending on your investments. But the fact that Ace Yamato give themselves a Wano orb just means that they get every single one of these buffs, and you can just easily kill Smoker, nice and simple. Smoker does a whole bunch of nasty stuff. He blows away all your sailors, does like full body blind. But the burn's going to kick in, he's going to die, and as long as you have characters available, which we do as in our captains, you can actually get it done nice and easy. So there you guys go. That is Grand Voyage level 5 at the Rainbase, utilizing a full deck shooter ace team. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, but like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.